Well, yeah, I mean they came really hard. They played really well, so we didn't play as well as we wanted. So that's the end result. So that's we lost. We gotta figure out now what we can do better and what we did well. So that's not the first time we lost in the playoffs.
Does it feel like it's obvious what you guys need to do better after that game, or was it a little tricky?
No, I think we obviously there's many things we can do a lot better. Like we probably got outworked. They got too many rush chances. I think we've always been good in defending rushes, and I think they got some rush chances that we didn't need to give up. So, but obviously the game's over now. All we need to do is just recover and think about the next one.
They go two goals early. Just how tough is it to try to come back against a team like that once they start clicking?
Yeah, you never want to obviously give up 2 goals that quick and to start the first period, but yeah, I mean we battled back. It was 2-1 at some point, and but it wasn't enough.
Whether you lose 2-1 or 8-1, is it harder to bounce back after a loss like that?
I don't know. You just need to. It's all about like us and the team to manage the losses. Obviously, it only counts as one win. It doesn't matter how much you lose, like 2-1 or 8-1, or you win 2-1 or 8-1. It counts as a one win. So we just obviously we need to bounce back. We need to recover now and think about the next one.
Is this the type of game you just want to forget about as quickly as possible and move on, and just like you said, start focusing on the next one?
Of course, yeah, and we either win or we learn, and I think we learn a lot from this game. Like we know they're a really good team, they play really well, and today they play really well. So obviously we need to learn from that.
So do you think having the cup in the building was a distraction for you guys? Just hard to kind of get locked in mentally?
I don't know. We play for the cup, so both teams play for the cup, and cup is going to be in the building at some point anyway. So you have to be ready for that, and I don't think it was a distraction for us. I don't think so.
Any common thread to
really well? They were flying. They were making really good plays off the rush. Yeah, that's their probably their best part of their game all year is their rush game, and a bunch of rush goals tonight, and we just didn't defend too well with the rush.
Obviously, Chuck, you guys have won a lot in a row here before this game. What's now the key to bouncing back? Considering you guys haven't had to bounce back in a while.
Yeah, we haven't lost a game in a while until tonight. So, at the end of the day, just back to the drawing board. Like when we win, we learn from it and we put it aside. If you lose, you same thing. I mean, we're in an unbelievable spot right now. Came here, after all that craziness and got a split, and we're going home in front of our unbelievable fans that are so excited to see us, and we're so excited to play in front of them again.
In the playoff, is there a difference of losing a game, a tight one, or losing a big one like this one, 8-1?
I guess technically no, but we gave up 8 goals, so and 0 of them were the goalie's fault. So just a lot to learn from. Lots to learn from.
What's the disappointment level having the cup in the building tonight, not being able to get it done?
Yeah, obviously, very disappointing to not win, but a lot of things to learn from and come back with a game plan in Game 5 and ready to go and try to win it at home.
Matthew, you said that none of the goals were the goalie's fault. How hard was it to watch Bob have to get replaced in the second period?
Yeah, but he's been unbelievable all year, all playoffs. That was more of a wake up call to the forwards and the D as opposed to it had nothing to do with Bob. I think it was just more of a wake up call to everybody. But we know he's gonna come back better than ever. With that being said, none of them were his fault. I thought he still made some unreal saves. So, we're everybody's going to come back ready to go on whatever day we play next at Game 5 at home.
Were there obvious things that stand out that kind of fed their rush game tonight?
Not really. I think it was just more. We weren't together as 5 as much as we were in previous games, and they were flying all over the ice. So you got to give a ton of credit to them. They played an unbelievable game, and like I said earlier, that's kind of their biggest thing they're known for is their rush game and their skill and making plays and everybody lines 1 through 4 and all 6D they were making some crazy great plays. They looked awesome tonight and we didn't have an answer.
How happy are you with your game personally in this series?
I think that obviously the last especially tonight can definitely be better, but at the end of the day we're up 3-1. We're going back home and I thought that in the first 2 did a lot of good things and continue that into game 3, but definitely didn't like it tonight at all. So myself and the rest of the guys will come back tomorrow and new day and chance to win it at home on game 5.
Any comment on
What's the first opportunity that we've had as a franchise, really, to feel the 2 days the excitement of it, the emotion of it. We'll learn how to channel that. That's all part of this process.
Left side, third row.
Yeah, Coach over here. Pulling Bob in the second period, just what went into that? How did you feel Stolars did in relief? And just do you say anything to Bob after a game like this?
Oh, he'd had enough. If you are thinking you're mounting a comeback, it won't be because the goalie makes a difference for you. It'll be something that happens at the other end of the ice. He's played an awful lot of hockey. My number on Bob's probably 5 in general. So that's the decision. He'd had enough. Well, he's good. The guy's he's watched a lot of hockey for a while, and that's what you need. He comes in and he's just going to battle his butt off. It was great for him to get in it, and good. I mean, not a lot of silver linings here, people, but Bob got some rest. Take that.
Left side, fourth row.
Matthew Tkachuk suggested the team just wasn't playing as a tight 5-man unit tonight. He thought that's why what led to a lot of the odd man rushes or the rush offense that Edmonton created. Wondering if you agree, and if so, what goes into fixing that for Game 5?
Well, the rush game is a real dangerous game, like especially the stretch rush game. It's usually, it's either really good for you, it's really bad for you, one of the two. It was really, really good for him tonight. We're a pretty good rush defense team. I think you've seen that actually in our games, but we were disconnected, to say the least, on those plays. You're not going to look quite as connected against a stretch rush game, but that is the obvious piece to the game that we didn't control and they did.
Left side, first row.
In terms of the confidence of your team, 2-1, 8-1, does that matter when it's a loss in terms of feeding into the other team's confidence and a little crack in yours?
I don't believe in momentum at all, because I would have been wrong at 3-0 to have that one happen. So you just reestablish your game and you come back in the fight. So I'll fire out at least one cliche for you so you have something there. We came into Edmonton to get a split. We got what we needed. But there's also a reason for that. Most cliches have some merit to it. This is, in general, things will be far more extreme outside your room than inside. So at 3-0, we're not sitting there, getting the engravers out. And we lost the game tonight. I'm pretty sure we got a check possibly, but there's going to be a game 5. And there we go.
Right side, first row.
Oh, you're going to have to tell me what the question is. Oh, yeah. No, I don't think that was it. I think that you start thinking about the energy that the game brings. It's not even controlling it or harnessing it. I don't know if you can, but you're wired for the game, right? Give up a shorty, some chances, like it's going here and there. And when it breaks on you, it hurts more. Right? So we got off our game after that. And this is the coach included, right? Not just the players. This is our first one of these. So we either win or we learn. If we're really lucky, we win and we learn. Didn't happen tonight.
Take 3 more questions. Left side, first row.
I couldn't hear that question, but my question, and it might be repeated.
You guys can connect after.
Yeah. Might be going over same ground here, but the emotion of going into
Yeah,
the game?
you're going right down that.
Got it.
But go ahead and ask it if it's far off.
Maybe you have a better answer now that you've thought about
You
it.
didn't like the first one?
No, that's pretty good.
I was 50 on that one.
No, I'm sure, but okay, so you went into one of these games with this emotion. You think something to learn from, something to harness going into this game 5?
Every new experience presents opportunities that you didn't have. So this was a new experience for us. I could say there's some room to learn on it, and we're going to work really hard over the next 2 days to make sure we present that.
2 more questions, left side, third row.
Paul, some of their guys that had been held off the score sheet, their bigger names, got on the score sheet today. Their power play breaks through. Is that you can't keep those guys down for a whole series, or are you a little bit worried they might get on a roll now?
They will have no part of my day tomorrow. I'm not counting the 5-on-3. So, yeah, they're good players and they scored, and they will get confidence from that. They'll feel good, right? And then the puck's going to drop. I'm not saying they aren't going to feel good in the next game. The puck drops and everything changes then. So we're going to rally. We'll recoup, recover, move forward, get ready. Take 3-1 going home. I'll come up with better answers. It'll be good.
Last question, left side, second row.
Paul, it might sound crazy in an 8-1 game, but 2-1, you get a 2-on-1 and Verhaeghe's got that shot and Skinner comes across. That changed the game for you in your mind right there?
You can't possibly know the answer to that question, right? And I would suggest that usually the end result is just, usually. So we didn't deserve to win that game. Does it change it? I don't know. But I'm not sitting there going, hey, if we just, we had some chances. If they just make good, it's a different game. It doesn't matter because both teams are going to get chances. Both teams clearly are going to hit posts. They're going to get there. We couldn't stop the rush.